Okay, one moment. All right, you have a warrant out of South Tucson City Court. They would like for me to hold you on a $200 bond, which I will do. You're appointed an attorney, Michael Vaughn. You'll be seen on Monday at 10 o'clock. You're excused.
Even though I just got bonded out on my other one,
I don't know anything about your other one.
so I don't have no other holds but this?
Yep. As far as I know. Hello, what's your name?
Roman Alexi Marquez Ojeda.
Okay. You have a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court on a shoplifting charge. You also have a felony hold, so you're gonna be held on that regardless. I'm releasing you on the misdemeanor case with a court date of July 15th at 8:30 a.m. And that's Pima County Justice Court. You're excused. Hello, what is your name?
Kevin Riley?
I'm sorry, thank you.
Kevin Riley?
You have an arrest warrant out of Pima County Justice Court on charges of shoplifting, possession, drug paraphernalia, and failure to appear. You also have a charge of littering, Tucson City Court. Why'd you fail to appear in justice court?
No, you know, we get downtown.
You what?
I was homeless. I didn't make it.
If I let you go, are you gonna make these court dates that I give you?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. All right. Thank you. $500 bond on the justice court case. Amanda Bynum is appointed to represent you. You're going to be seen on Monday at 1 p.m.
Okay.
As to your Tucson City court case, we'll note the justice court hold. On the city court case, we'll go back to the incident location, placing you on your own cognizance with a court date of September 5th at 9 o'clock. I'm also appointing the city public defender to represent you. You're excused.
All right. Next.
Hello?
I say.
Bronco,
Hello, what's your name?
hey, my name's Cassandra
Cassandra.
Roscoe.
Okay, one moment. You're charged with driving under the influence. This was on August 17th of last year. You failed to appear in court. You want to tell me why?
Yeah, so I actually have court coming up for that one on the 28th and the 29th. It's like a trial. I wasn't aware that I had any warrants, but I do have a pre-trial on the 22nd at 9 o'clock. I wasn't aware of like these warrants. I thought that this one was the only one that was getting charged. Otherwise, I would have went to my court dates because I usually am pretty. I attend all of them. It's just that
On case and caught by a police officer with a court date on it of August 28th at 8:30. That's the date you did not appear on.
Oh, and I wasn't aware of that.
That's because
I really,
you didn't read your ticket, I guess.
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I actually, but I mean, I'm planning to go to court for this one.
Hey, you could stop talking now. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. I'm appointing, subject to verification of financial eligibility, I'm appointing the city public defender to represent you. Will order that you not possess or consume any alcoholic beverages and don't drive without a valid license.
Okay.
Released with those conditions, August 4th, 9 a.m. is your court date at Tucson City Court. Make sure you are present and make sure that you remain in good contact with your public defender.
I will. Thank you.
You're excused.
Sorry, you want me to go?
Hello, what is your name?
Sofia and Chavez.
Okay. All right, you're charged with domestic violence assault with injury and domestic violence disorderly conduct. You have a pending domestic violence case involving the same alleged victim. We're going to emphasize no contact with Mario Palmer. And you are to stay away from his home and workplace. Don't commit any acts of domestic violence. Don't possess or consume any alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs. You have a pending court date on your older case of July 9th. We're going to vacate that, forget that date, and we're going to give you a new date of August 5th. At 9:30. And I'm going to appoint the city public defender to represent you. I believe they already represent you on the older case. I'm gonna warn you, I am releasing you today. If you get another domestic violence case with the same person, the likelihood is that you're gonna stay in jail for a while. Okay? You
Good.
understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Go down the steps you came from. Warrant. Warrant.
Hello, what is your name?
Brandy Thornton.
Randy Ford. Okay, one moment. All right, you were charged with domestic violence, 2 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and 1 count of domestic violence assault. Before this, you already have 2 pending domestic violence cases involving a different victim. I'm gonna order that you have no contact of any kind with Kayla Crocker or the minor aged victim who was present. Do not commit any acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and don't possess any firearms or other weapons. I'm setting bond in the amount of 500, appointing the city public defender to represent you. If you do not post your bond, you will be seen on video on July 15th at 1:45. If you are released prior to that date by posting the bond, then it'll shift to in person August 5th at 9:30, and this is in Tucson City Court. You're excused.
What other steps?
Good evening, Your Honor. This is the Spanish interpreter on the line. In case you need me, I did visit the list. I didn't see any Spanish speakers
And the jail
according
confirmed
to.
that there are no Spanish speakers.
Yeah, we can confirm that, Your Honor.
Okay, then the interpreter is excused.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Interpreter will now disconnect.
Thank you. Sir, what's your name?
Efren James Morales.
Okay, Mr. Morales, you've got a couple of matters. Let's see here. Okay, your felony charge is aggravated assault on a corrections officer. I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
order that you not initiate any contact. Oops, that's the wrong file. One moment. There we go. That you not initiate any contact with the alleged victim, that you not have any contact with your alleged, with your co-defendants, do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Looks like you're already being held on another case. In
Yes, sir.
this case, the prosecution is recommending a $5,000 bond, and we'll hear from the public defender.
Good evening, Your Honor. This is Teresa Palacios with the Pima County Public Defender's Office. You're correct that Mr. Efren is being held no bond and subsequently a $10,000 bond. So a nominal bond in this case, just so he can get time credit, is what we're respectfully asking.
All right. And we will hear from the prosecution.
He doesn't have anything in addition to the form.
$5,000. Your next court date is July 8th. I'm sorry, is July 15th at 1:30. Public defenders appointed. And that should do it. You're excused.
Didn't we have a couple of matters?
I'm sorry?
Didn't we have a couple of matters that,
I was looking at the, another person's, conditions. That was.
are you sure? Because I'm looking at it on the floor, on the screen right here. It says Lawrenceburg District Court,
Okay, I'm not seeing
Based
anything on that.
Superior Court, detained without bond.
That's-
Saying,
That's what you're already being held on, sir. I'm
that's
not,
what I'm asking.
I'm not seeing you on that tonight.
Okay,
You are only on the new charge. Okay, you're excused. Good evening. What's your name, sir?
Robert Rivera.
You're charged with aggravated assault on a corrections officer. In order that you not initiate contact with the alleged victim, don't have any contact with your co-defendants. No firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. The prosecutor is asking for a $5,000 bond. Anything from the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. Similar to the last gentleman, Mr. Rivera is being held no bond, so we're respectfully asking for a nominal bond in this case, as he will not be leaving custody.
5,000, July 15th, 1:30. Legal defender. You're excused, sir.
What kind of felony?
Hello, what's your name, sir?
Anthony Rodriguez.
So, Mr. Rodriguez, you're charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault on a corrections officer. I'm gonna order no contact, don't initiate any contact with the alleged victim, no contact with your co-defendants, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and no firearms or other weapons. The state is recommending, is it 2 $5,000 bonds or 1?
Your Honor, the state's recommending one $5,000 bond.
Okay. Defense?
Same as the last two, Your Honor. Mr. Mr. Rodriguez is being held on a $10,000 bond currently, and I believe a federal detainer. So a nominal bond in this case is what we're requesting.
Okay. Oh, federal detained. All right. 2 $2,500 bonds for a total of 5,000. July 15th, 1:30. Legal advocate is appointed. And you're excused, sir.
Your Honor, it's only one additional charge is what I'm seeing, so I'm not sure where the 2 separate bonds are coming from.
There are 2 interims
Oh, I see. Okay.
or 2 charges.
Thank you.
Maybe it's 1 interim, but two count.
Okay. And then who did you appoint?
I'm sorry?
Who did you appoint?
The legal advocate.
Legal advocate. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's right. It is only 1 complaint. Why are we doing two conditions of release? You did it. Did someone tell you to do it? Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's okay. Let's leave it the way it is. Hello, what did you?
My name is John Peter Hunter.
Mr. Hunter, have a felony matter as well as misdemeanor. The felony charge is arson on an occupied structure, burglary in the third degree, and endangerment. In order that you not return to the location of the alleged incident, don't have any contact with the victim, don't possess any firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Also, do not possess any matches, lighters, torches, or any other fire starting tools. The state is recommending $10,000 bond. We'll hear from the public defender.
Thank you, Your Honor. Due to Mr. Hunter's unemployed status and being homeless, $10,000 is, I think, definitely out of his reach. So we're asking for a slightly reduced bond, maybe $5,000 to pose the lease owner's conditions of release, and highlighting the fact that no individuals were injured in the alleged incident, and it looks like maybe just some grass was burned. So for those reasons, we're asking for $5,000. Thank you.
I thought I read that there was grass and lawn furniture and damage to the structure.
The interim complaint that I'm looking at says only grass was burned, but we might have different documents.
Your Honor, may the state interject here?
Yeah,
So my understanding is that there were two separate addresses that had fires started at them. At one, just grass was burned, and at the other, the structure did have some damage to it.
thank you. All right, given the danger posed, I think 10,000 is appropriate, so that's what we'll go with. July 15th, 1:30 is the court date, and the public defender is appointed. You also have a misdemeanor warrant out of Pima County Justice Court on a shoplifting and trespassing charge. I'm releasing you on that one with a court date of July 15th at 8:30. That will probably change in the course of time. And the date, that is. And you also have 3 cases in Tucson City Court. The newest one we're going to arraign you on, and that is possession of drug paraphernalia. You're going to enter a not guilty plea on that matter. And then you have a warrant from 2021, which is a domestic violence case, domestic violence criminal damage, domestic violence disorderly conduct, another domestic violence disorderly conduct, and you failed to appear in court back in 2021 and again in March of this year. And you have a drug paraphernalia case from last year. You also failed to appear on that matter. I'm setting bond. I'm noting the felony hold. I'm setting bond in the misdemeanor from misdemeanors in Tucson City Court in the amount of $1,000. Ordering on the latest matter that you not return to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs. All previous conditions of release on the older cases remain in effect. And we're going to set, and the public defender is appointed, city public defender. And we can set a video review for July 15th at 1:45. This is May.
I'm not getting out.
We can look after he's done, okay.
In the event that you are released, there's an out date of July 29th at 2:00. Okay, sir, you're excused. You get paperwork on all these matters.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, what is your name?
Kevin Anthony Lopez.
Mr. Lopez, you have both felony and misdemeanor cases. Your felony charge is domestic violence, criminal trespass in the first degree. I'm gonna order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or drugs, and no firearms or other weapons. Stay away from the home and workplace of Stephanie Monge. The state is recommending a $1,500 bond. We'll hear from the defense.
Have 1 moment, Your Honor, please.
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're asking that Mr. Lopez be released to pretrial services. I was able to verify with him that he does have a residence to go home to today. If he is released, that is not with the alleged victim. Also highlighting that the victim did not sustain any injuries. She wants further contact and she does not object to his release. He is also employed full-time. And for the warrant for the misdemeanor court, it sounds like there was some confusion about when those charges initially happened and were refiled when he was in the Department of Corrections. So he knows that he needs to appear to further court dates for misdemeanor and these new charges. So for those reasons, we're asking he be released to pretrial services today.
We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, the only thing I have to highlight from the form is that the victim and the defendant do appear to have a child in common, and the victim has indicated she would be. The state's position remains unchanged as to the bond.
All right, thank you. I understand the victim's position, but I'm also looking at 2 separate misdemeanor domestic violence cases involving her. So, 1,500. Felony court date is July 15th at 1:30. The public defender is appointed. As to the misdemeanors, you were cited on, this is from today, domestic violence trespassing and domestic violence disorderly conduct. $1,000 on the newest charge, bond, and that's gonna be a video review July 16th at 1:30. And the city public defender is appointed on a misdemeanor case. If you post your bonds and are released prior to July 16th, it's still gonna be the same date in person though, rather than on video. And there's also a long form complaint. This is regarding an incident from May of 2023. Domestic violence, assault with injury, and domestic violence, disorderly conduct. And that's gonna be the same date and time as the others. Same public defender, city public defender. All right, you're excused. Hello, what is your name?
Joseph Munoz.
Munoz, you charged with trespass in the first degree and with criminal damage. State's recommending your release to the supervision of pretrial services. We'll do that. Your court date is July 25th at 1:30. The public defender is appointed to represent you. Conditions of release: don't contact the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location, no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons, and cooperate with pretrial services. You're excused.
Your Honor, I apologize from the state. I just had a quick question. Did the court take note of the possible mental health concerns that mother raised? I just didn't know if conjunction, like release in conjunction with COPE might be appropriate.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
What are you suggesting that I do with regard to hope?
I just didn't know if pretrial services would be in touch with COPE or any other agency for any screenings if necessary.
I'll note possible mental health. How's that?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Everything else remains the same. All right, sir, you're excused. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor.